sore joints, or dry skin? Try All Balm. Our CBD topicals are fast absorbing, non-greasy, and smell amazing. Now available at 2U Wines in South Euclid. Sip, shop, and feel better naturally.
Set a cozy mood. Shea butter and warm sugar is where it's at. Or maybe you're more in a champagne spritz and roses type mood. Whatever the mood, set it with one of these Febreze Air Mist fragrances today.
What's up, y'all, and welcome to another episode of the Pull-Up Experience. Y'all are in for a treat, ain't that right, B?
Absolutely.
We are excited. I mean, again, your girl Brent in the building once again. Not your average agent, regular schmegula over here. But more importantly than us is we have business lady extraordinaire.
Yes,
I mean, because she's doing it, whether it be an author, whether it be podcaster, whether it be soon to be realtor, okay?
Serial entrepreneur.
So, serial entrepreneur, I mean, the list goes on and on. The mom, wife, again, wearing many hats.
Yes.
But we are thankful that you are in the building, Miss Tamika Robinson Carter. Did I get it right?
Yes,
here?
you did.
All right.
Yes, you did.
Welcome to the Pull-Up Experience.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yes.
Like,
we-
woo, all week.
We appreciate
I done
you,
had
madam.
people all in my DMs like, what's
Yes.
the link? I'm
We love
excited.
it.
So I'm so glad to be with you guys.
Yes, ma'am. No, we appreciate you coming on with us today.
Yeah.
So, we'd like to thank all Jenny at the beginning. Clean, born, and raised.
Cleveland born and raised.
Come on now.
All right.
And if you had to represent a hood of Cleveland, what hood are representing Cleveland?
That's a good one. I was born in Warrensville.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Shout out to
I was
always
born in
wanted
Warrensville.
it. Okay.
Yeah, I was born in Warrensville.
Uh-huh.
Ended up going to Cleveland Heights.
Oh, okay.
And then back to Cleveland.
Better Cleveland.
Okay.
You know, I have to say I definitely will rep East Side Cleveland.
Okay.
For sure.
Maybe a little bit of Cleveland Heights.
Just a smidgen.
Just a
Oh,
smidgen.
okay, we got you. We
Now
got
watch,
you.
I get a whole bunch of people. Oh, for real? It's like that?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's like that.
So let me ask you this. Growing up with entrepreneurship, was it something that was innate in you, or was it something that was taught, or was it something that you seen growing up, you was like, I want to get on that track
Wow,
right there?
that's a good question. Yeah, I would have to say probably, maybe since I was 5.
Since 5?
Yeah, I was like in kindergarten being bad, selling candy. I think some people might have that story where we was doing stuff we wasn't supposed to. But yeah, I was selling candy, and my teacher called me one day, and she was like, "You're just a little busy, Tamika." And I'm just like, "But you know, I love money. I'm gonna be 100%."
Okay.
Come
And
on
my
now.
husband up in here, you know. But I think what really started me was really my mom. Like my mom.
Come on now,
was
shout out to
just-
moms.
Yes, my mom. From her being a nurse to actually, she wanted to be in TV. So I remember her going to school for that, and just that's where that serial entrepreneur kind of came from her. And then once I got older, as a teenager, I started working for Renee Fowler. Shout out to Renee from Fowler Fashions. That was my first job. And seeing her and her sister Tracy, and just, I was like, oh my God, I know I can do this. I can do this. I can have my own business. I can, and I think that's just where it started. It just started from there. So definitely, shout out to all the women, because it is Women's History Month.
Come on now.
Hey,
Shout out to
March,
ladies.
okay?
Come on now.
So
Come on
shout
in.
out to all the women that have been in my life. So definitely I would have to say from my mom, even though I got caught with that candy in kindergarten, but it's okay. My best friend though.
And you're here still to tell the tale. So
I'm still here to
it's
tell
all
the
good.
tale.
It's all
And she
good.
was my favorite teacher.
Aw.
Shout out to Miss Stewart, and I'll tell you about Miss Morgan probably later. That's my Black History teacher in high school. That was my second favorite. But yeah, Miss Stewart was just like, all right, Tamika, I don't know, girl. I see something in you that maybe, at 5 years old, I'm like, okay. But yeah, I think that's where it definitely started at with my mom. And then as I got older, Renee and Tracy, and then just other women, you know, even women I currently work with now that I absolutely love and just love their life as far as entrepreneurship, because we can just sit and talk about how everything, you know. And what I love is, and this is a little nugget just for women and men.
Come on now.
I'm for everybody. I ain't just for just one another. But always make sure that you put yourself at the table. Always.
Come on now.
It doesn't matter. You can have like a mean girls. You can't sit here, yeah, whatever. Pull up that chair and be like, now who gonna stop me?
All right,
That's
now.
good.
Listen. All right, so 5 years old, that's a young age to be starting an entrepreneur. I don't even know if I was able to count my coins right at 5
That
years
might have been
old.
Barbie, you know. Me and Barbie, and we was having, you know, our little conversations and stuff. So she, you know, she was an astronaut. She was, you know,
Yeah.
so she was making me think back then.
Okay, all right, nothing wrong with it. You gotta start somewhere, right?
Exactly.
So as we go further along into school now, were you also still selling the candy in high school and
No.
all the other things? What did we do entrepreneur?
Wasn't selling candy in high school. Definitely, I was just more of I'm a person of entertainment. I absolutely loved, like, when I was probably like 7 or 8 years old, I used to watch the news, which probably a lot of kids would be like, "Ugh, why are you?" I would be outside, but it was just, I was watching the news. And one person that stood out to me here in Cleveland was Ramona Robinson.
Oh, come on now.
Yes.
Come on the podcast.
Hi,
Ramona.
Ramona.
Come on the podcast.
Come on, girl.
I love Ramona. And actually I got to work with her once I got older. But
Wow.
seeing her, a black woman on TV, newscaster, I was like, oh my God.
That's like elegance in.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, she is phenomenal and such a sweet person in real life. It's like you see people on TV and you kind of, you know, see their persona. They have like that TV persona.
Yeah.
And then you meet them, and you're like, ugh. But then you meet people and you're just like, oh my God, like you really are like how you I can gravitate towards you. So. I always wanted to be in TV. I was like, oh, I want to be an anchor. I want to do this. I want to do that. So once I became a teenager, I decided, which is crazy, it was 2 different things I wanted to be, either a lawyer or a TV host.
Okay.
So I actually left the school that I went to. I went to JFK and went to MLK.
High school.
Yeah.
Okay,
Kennedy. So I left Kennedy, went to Martin Luther King for just my junior year.
Okay.
Because I wanted to be a lawyer. I was like, because you know, it's law and public.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shout out to Martin.
I actually wanted to be an entertainment lawyer. I didn't.
Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of people were kind of shocked. They was like, "Oh, you don't want to do criminal? You don't want to do civil? You don't want to do pro bono?" No, I want to be an entertainment lawyer. Because honestly, I started reading up on it, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is phenomenal." And then it was still that entrepreneur spirit coming up in me. So I was just like, I did that for the year. I decided, I don't want to graduate from here. So I went back to Kennedy.
Oh,
okay. But I
Come
still
on back
had,
home.
right, I came back home. Shout out to class of 95. I'm dating myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I came back to Kennedy, and then that's kind of where like the entrepreneur, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to college, I'm gonna do whatever, and then be this lawyer or be on TV, whichever one happens. God will, you know, I would pray to God, whichever one you want me to do. So a guy that I was dating at the time, may he rest in peace, but he was talking to me, and he told me, he said, I really feel like TV is for you. And he was like, you gotta think about it. You're an entrepreneur, you like to do stuff, you know. I would always tell him, well, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to still be a lawyer. He's like, TV. So you know, just working on the TV station at Kennedy, and then once I got to college, I went to Tri-C, and then shout out Tri-C. And then I ended up working on the newspaper there, and you know, I got to meet a lot of people, celebrities, and not just people here in Cleveland, but people would come throughout. And I was just like, it still is the entrepreneur, you know, that entrepreneur spirit was still in my head, because I'm like, okay, I still get to write, and that was a big thing for me too. I love to write. I still love to write now. But that was a huge thing for me. And then all of a sudden, you know, probably, I think after I had my son, my oldest son, I really was like, okay, I can do this. And then by the time I had my daughter, and then, you know, I got married and everything like that, I really started pursuing the entrepreneurship. And I eventually came up with my event planning company, to Save Ka'ari, which is actually all 4 of my kids. DeAndre, Savion, Kavan, and Ari. Or Ariane, but we call her Ari. So I decided to put, and I actually got a tat of all of them on there. But that was my wedding and event planning business. And actually it stemmed from me and my husband. Like when we was about to get married, I was trying to plan something. Even though we got married in the court. But I just knew I was going to play it that way. But I started helping, you know, friends and things like that. And actually it's, 22 years later. I mean, the last thing I've actually done was I did a graduation party, but I'm more into the new things that I'm working on. So, you know, it's not that I pushed it to the side, but it was definitely a great segue to like everything that I'm doing now. So,
and shout out to you because of planning events.
Oh my God, Bridezillas, Guyzillas, divorce party.
Guys, y'all remember guys? Oh, I know
guys
that.
act up now.
Yes. Divorce parties, slum, you
Wait,
know.
time.
Yes.
I should have had one of those. We
definitely should have.
We
missed the boat, bro.
We missed the boat.
Because I ain't trying to
Ain't too late.
Okay.
Ain't too late.
I ain't about to have that. It's too late.
Yes,
I'm moving on to the way.
I'm making this track going in the party.
And even what y'all did, you know, when you did the entrepreneur dating, we had like people doing date nights and stuff like that. So yeah. It was cool. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I felt like there was more for me besides of it. Because, Jesus, I'm shocked I don't have as many gray hairs as I do. Dealing with that over the decades.
All right, girl.
Shout out to Ashley. She right up the street. Yes, that's my hairdresser. But yeah, it was a lot. But it made me grind harder. It made me want to, it made me want to do more with my life. And then also just helping people. That's honestly my huge thing. And like, if you go on my website, that's literally what I say. Like, I love helping others daily. So that's my big thing. And that's why I feel like being an entrepreneur, just being out there and helping others, especially people that like, that's why I say as far as my podcast, I call it the voice for the voiceless, because there's so many people that's out here really grinding hard and hustling, and you don't hear nothing about it because they don't get recognized and get the shine that they deserve. So
that's funny because that's why we created Pull-Ups Parents. We literally was like,
and that's what I love about y'all. And I was like, my little podcast compared to
nah,
but no, I mean, I love the fact that Cleveland. That's one thing I do love is like collaborations and people actually giving other people chances and things like that. So, you know.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
Awesome.
So let me ask you this. Entrepreneurship, we know it's not for the faint of heart. What are some skills that you believe entrepreneurs should have in order to thrive? And what is the mindset that you have also to thrive going forward?
People have to get out of their own head. They really do. And I'm speaking just from experience. I'm definitely one that I was in my head and I was kind of always talking myself out of things. And that's one thing I think a lot of people do when they want to get their own business. They see it might not be working the way that they want it to work, and then all of a sudden they're just like, I don't want to do it no more. And I see it every day. Like even, you know, my youngest son, he likes to do photography, but he's also going to wrestling school. My daughter's in college for her master's at Kent. Shout out. But she's also a model. You know, she does that on the side. My older two, you know, one of them, he's working, and then my oldest son, he has autism. But you know, even though he has autism, he's still, you know, high functioning, but, you know, he still has his moments, which as an autism mom, you know, of course, it's been 30 years now since I've been autistic mom. So, but I love him and I love all 4 of them. And they've seen me from like babies to now. And they're like, oh my God, my mom, you know, no matter what, she grind, she did it. You know, my daughter, when she graduated, and it was so funny because she knows I'm on here and she probably watching, but she took the pictures of when I had her bachelor's, and she sent them to me, and she was like, Mom, you know this is for you. And I was just like, why are you doing this to me? But she felt like, you know, that was something that, you know, definitely for me and her dad, but more for me because she saw the hustle and the grind. And then now it's, you know, a blessing. Me and her are both going for our masters. I graduate in May and she graduate next year. So it's like, you know, that's a huge blessing in our family. Just, you know, because they've seen me just be here, there, everywhere, but just doing good. So
But you pretty much gave a blueprint to how to hustle. So
yeah, sure. So I just say the biggest thing is always get out of your head. And I feel, that's funny that you asked me that, B, because one of my friends, I was talking to her today, and she was, she's actually trying to like pursue something, you know, business wise. And she was like, I don't know if I should do it because there's so many other people doing it. And I told her, I said, that's the whole thing. You got to be unique. I think that's one of the reasons I grind so hard, and I ended up getting certified in AI consulting, because I'm not out here just doing no little pretty pictures for everybody to just be like, oh, she look good, you know, whatever. I'm actually helping businesses and things. So that's what my goal was. And like I told her, I said, you have to be unique. You can't, you know, say like if you had a restaurant and you sold soul food, and then it was a restaurant down the street that sold soul food. What's going to make you different where people be like, oh, let me go to her versus there? Or they might, you know, patronize both of y'all, but you might have something that the other person doesn't have and they come to you, you know. We was literally talking about that, but yeah, that's kind of a nugget. Get out of your head, people.
I don't even think. I just be doing it. I do more doing than thinking.
Right. But I think that's the thing. They think about it too much. And you just, like you said, you just got to do it. Sometimes you got to just be like, you know what, YOLO.
Sure. I do it and then I figure out later.
Right. That's it. And I think that's the scary thing.
You want to figure out later. Just have to figure out later.
He ain't no good.
I love it.
So, and I'm glad you talked about it. I want to talk about, because one of the things that we talk about in the experience is entrepreneurship and the future of it. And you were pretty much in the AI, I said AI, Lord Jesus. I'm talking about Allen Iverson.
The answer.
They said you are an AI consultant. How do you feel AI is such a part of business, or do you think it's such a part of business? Maybe you don't even think that.
That's a good question, because it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. Like, I currently work for a financial firm. They're trying to incorporate AI into their company with, like, right now I'm a research director, but I'm also an office manager too. So I'm doing like 2 different jobs.
God bless you.
Ooh, Jesus. So I was like, I've been for the past 3 days on meetings and like praying and like saying, Lord, don't have me quit. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people, even though AI is not what they want, it's here to stay, unfortunately. So it's make good use of it, you know. And I think a lot of people are scared of it because they're like, oh my God, I'm about to lose my job. It's doing this, it's doing that. It's not perfect. I will say that I've looked it up. I've done things with it. And I'm like, oh no, let me tweak this a little bit. I'm not about to put this on the internet and they be like, oh, wait a minute, Tamika, I thought you was an AI consultant. No, you really gotta like perfect your craft. And I love the fact that more and more people are getting into it and learning about it, only because it's not just, and I know my daughter is probably gonna be like, well, Mom, talk about the environment. She has a big thing about AI because of the environment. But I get it. I'm not mad at her. I love her. Me and her didn't have these back and forth talks. But like I told her, I said, baby girl, you have to understand that it's here. We're gonna, we go get it to where you not mad. Mommy for doing pictures and talking to people about it. But in businesses, it is like helping people with that work-life balance. I cannot say how much it has helped me. Like, just because I'm in school, I'm working, I got kids, even though they all in their 20s and my oldest is 30, but still, I got kids. Grandkids, it helps so much because it takes time away from me doing what I, like where I be up at 2-3 in the morning. I can actually go to bed. I don't have to worry about it because, I got an agent AI that's like taking a call or answering my DMs or, things like that. So I feel if people really know how to use it, it will work perfectly for them. Compared to just, they go about to take my job.
I'll be hearing Skynet. I'm like, Skynet was what?
Like when you call my business, you actually hear Ava. Ava is my assistant, but she's AI. Nobody knew that. But see, I'm telling you, so. So I'm not paying nobody. I mean, I literally trained her to answer questions, things like that. So when I do get calls, I get a whole list. Hey, Tamika, such and such called you. Can you call them back and things like that? So I love it. I personally love it, and I love the fact that I got this little timer that tells me, oh, you didn't save 40 hours this month or 50 hours this month.
It tell you.
Yeah. Wow. From me trying to answer all these calls or missing calls, for sure. She literally gets every call that I get. So
come on now.
It's fascinating how
it is.
mean, and AI is just steadily growing and technology continues to advance. We better hop on the train or we won't get left. It's basically what it is. So I want to take it back just a teensy little bit because I know that we found out that you do the event planning and you've been doing it for over 2 decades.
Lord, yes.
Over 2 decades. So when it comes to your next business venture, did it go from event planning to AI, or was there some in between?
It was some in between.
Okay.
So initially it was the event planning. Then always been into real estate, ever since I was 19. I did not pursue it. I did not pursue it till I got older, but I've always been into it. But I actually started, I was doing the wellness business. And then after I stopped doing that, I ended up starting to do keychains. I started self-defense keychains, which I still sell on my website.
Tell me one.
Hey, I got you.
Okay,
so, and it actually started during COVID. That's what's crazy because that was not something I was thinking about. And I remember my daughter, she was graduating from high school and she was going to Kent. And my first thing was, oh my God, she needs something to take with her. Yeah. So I remember talking to my husband about it and I was like, hey, I think I should start. And I remember I started buying everything and, and the cool thing about it, I was able to get a logo made and I was all happy. And I was like, okay, nobody else do these keychains with me because, my logo is on here and everything. And then, other people were doing them, but people were coming to me. They were like, oh, wait a minute, Tamika got this, she got that, that person ain't got that. And see, that's why I say about uniqueness.
Come on now.
Unique. So, to this day, still sell them. But then I got into lip glosses.
Okay.
I got into lip glosses, and I used to work at Cleveland Clinic, and I'm telling you, I would sell out on those lip glosses. And not that I stopped, it's just my life is so crazy busy. It's just even my friends, they are you going to sell some more? And I'm like, I ain't got the time to sit there and put the lip gloss stuff in there.
Oh, so you were making it too?
I was making them. I was not this was mine. I was making it out the lip gloss and So it takes time. It's time consuming. Just like those keychains, they was made I would just get the products, put them all together, and then all of a sudden
You were making those too.
I was making them too.
So you handy.
I'm very handy.
Okay.
I'm very handy.
Yes, ma'am.
Very handy. And then I decided, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a vending machine. So then I started doing the vending machine. Never got the vending machine, but I started pumping it up like I was gonna get the vending machine. We never got it. So I said, okay, we're gonna scrap that one. But then all of a sudden, you know, I started getting interested in AI. A friend of mine that actually is really like good at it, she mentors me, and then all of a sudden I said, well, I can get certified in this. And that's what I did. I got certified last summer when I came back from London, because I took my daughter for a graduation gift to London. And then I came back and I said, let me do this. And I was sitting there studying, and next thing I know, I got it, and I was shocked, because I'm like, I would be sitting there like, oh my God, what is this? How you do this? Oh my God, well, how does that look like me, but that ain't my body? And then I started learning the business aspects of it. Because at first, you know, everybody doing it, and they still are, doing the cute little pictures. And they want to, you know, but like I literally was like, nah, I'm about to learn this, like business. You know, and that's when I went ahead and started Consulting Mind Systems. So,
come on.
So I'm excited about that. Definitely helping people. And that's, like I said, that's my goal, and always been my goal, is I just love to help people. I'm the type of person, I'm never going to be somebody that's going to be like, oh no, I ain't gonna help you. If I know something, you gonna know it. Always, you know. And that's how I am even with the people I work with, and they're younger than me. It's people I work with that's older than me too, but they're like my babies, and I call them my baby. They call me the mother hen here, because they always come to me for everything. But I am the office manager, so of course they would. But I still mentor them, and just, you know, because it's hard out here. It is, especially when you're getting into something like finances. That's hard. So I just, you know, tell them, hey, you got it. You know, just take your time. Just, you know, and I even tell my kids that, take your time, don't rush it. It's gonna happen.
That's good. You know, for a lot of us, you know, when it comes to, you know, business ventures, some of us are just kind of keep sticking with one thing and trying to make it work. But you weren't afraid to do that. I noticed that you were like, okay, right. She was like, okay, so I'm done doing this. Now I'm gonna move on to the shades. I'm gonna do lip glosses. So, you know, it's phenomenal to think that you can definitely be able to just expand. A lot of people are afraid to expand and try new things and see what works and what doesn't. So when we speak of that, what were some of the things that you have learned along the way in business where you've realized, okay, this did not work like I thought it would, and let me switch gears?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. It's been a lot. It's certain things I have tried, and I'm just like, why didn't this work? Or why, you know.
Yeah.
I can tell you just from experience, even with that wellness company that I was telling you guys about, that initially it kind of started the entrepreneur stuff besides my event planning. I grind so hard for like 4 years. I was wearing the outfits, and like, it's so funny. People go on my Facebook and just go back to like 2015. They'll see I was all about this wellness company, and I lost weight. I was, I thank God for that. I lost weight. I was like the product of the product, but it was hard. It was so hard, and I was just like, I cannot do this no more. I can't. I'm gonna have to go back to corporate. Because I literally stopped working. It was all about that. I was doing that. I was, and then I was just like, no, I can't do this no more. It was very stressful, and having younger kids at the time and trying to be home for them, but then also trying to make money and make sure you ain't about to get evicted or things like that. It's hard. So that's one huge thing I learned. Like, I can try stuff, but if it ain't working, I ain't gonna stay like,
come on now. That's a lesson.
That's a lesson learned. It's like, oh, can't do that. Let's do something else. So, that's why I have to say that experience and just other experiences I've had throughout the years, just, you know, listening to somebody like, oh, Tamika, you'll be perfect for this. Join us, join us, join us. And then I'm like, okay. And then, you know, because it's my friend. And then I look and I'm like, well, wait a minute. I enjoying this and you ain't doing all that good. I ain't doing all that good. What was the reason? So it's just kind of like, I learned at a young age, no, stop, Tamika. Don't join everything everybody doing. Do what you feel is in your heart. And I think that's what really kind of changed the trajectory of my life as far as just, you know, the entrepreneur part of it. Because I was like, look, you got that business mindset for real. You don't have to join every single thing. Just do what is like in your heart. If this is like, hey, Tamika, you can do this. You know you can do it. You can grind. You can do it. Do it. If it's like my girlfriend, like, girl, yeah, me and you can do this together, and blah blah. Blah. No, because that's not my heart. You can go sell jewelry. I'm not. You can go, you know, buy a dog and have a dog sit in business. Not me. Can't do that. But if it's something, you know, that's really in my heart, like I said, with, you know, the AI, the lip glosses, you know, I was doing things that probably people just really didn't expect me to do. So it was kind of like, oh yeah, well, Tamika doing this, let me see what she working with, or oh, this person referred this person, and you know, it's always been that way, and that's what I, you know, and I might be little tiny Tamika, where I'm not like huge, like, you know, maybe like a Larice Purnell or something like that, but you know, I'm out here and people know my name, and
Come on,
like,
now.
they're like, you know, it's people I don't even know,
on,
and they come and send me a message, or they be on my LinkedIn. I'm like, how you know me? And they like, well, I see you with such and such, and you know, I see what you're doing, and I'm like, okay, you know, it feels good when you're really working hard out here and people actually recognize you and see that, you know, you really are for Cleveland, you know, and that's why I got the nickname A Gal from Cleveland. So that's where it came from, because I'm Cleveland born and raised, so, you know, and I rep my city. Sometimes I have to shake my head at my city. I know y'all do too.
We all do.
And then I'll be like, nah, Cleveland, you know, Cleveland is the city that we come from.
That's right. That's right. So I want to talk about real estate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Yeah, because because
of course, not your average agent.
Listen, and I want to talk about, because this is the part we can go behind the scenes a little bit, because everyone sees the curated pages or the flashy flyers and all that stuff. You know, the work that goes into it. So, as you are on your journey, let's talk about the things that people don't know as you're trying to become a real estate agent.
Oh my God. Woo. So, I mean, a lot of y'all already know my real estate journey, and a lot of y'all have helped me, and I shout out to a lot of people that have been there with me from day one. It is really, the classes, perfect. You got it. You can get through them. You can be like, if you know A, B, C, D.
I did mine in 2 weeks.
Yes.
I did mine in 2 weeks.
Yes, it took me 3, but that's only because I changed it from like in person to online, to virtual. But the tests, baby, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I ain't gonna sugarcoat. Excuse my language. I ain't gonna sugarcoat that shit.
Yeah, listen.
And be yes, it is hard.
Let me say, I was about to sue the Ohio Commission. So I'm like, this is racketeering.
Right.
Ain't no way in hell I take the test every time. It's different. It's different every time you take it.
Yes. And yes, you are so right. And it's like, it's questions you like, wait a minute, I didn't study this. What is this?
And listen, and this is what they'll tell you. The classes, I don't think the classes even help you with the test.
They don't at all.
And I thought it was me.
No.
I thought it was me.
No, everybody. It's bad.
And they don't tell you gotta pay that money.
Ooh,
oh yeah.
Wait, how much you gotta pay?
So listen. I'm sorry, it hurts me.
And I know it hurts you.
Because I got the book. I had to buy the little thing that I let me tell you how bad it was for me. I had the I brought the little audio book, and I would play it while I was sleeping.
Oh
Thinking
my
it would
God.
help me out. Like,
Yes.
so we talk
I
about
don't know how much I done bought.
books.
Audio,
Study guides.
study guides,
Oh,
cheat
wow.
sheets.
Yep.
You name
There's
it.
a whole industry behind
Yes.
all that, and you
Yes.
That's where
thinking
they're making more money.
they
at.
listen.
Oh, really?
Listen, so you gotta pay $100 to the commission, and you gotta pay money to take the test. So you gotta take the state, you
So
gotta
that's
take the
like
federal.
what, $60 there
Mm-hmm.
to take the national and the state.
And the state.
And if you pass one, you're good, but only for a year. Because you're going to have to keep on paying until you pass the
Until
other
you
one.
pass the other one.
Yep.
That's what they don't tell you. So
They do not tell you
listen,
that.
you was going to class like, I'm about to be out here
Yep,
in my
you
white
like,
suit.
and
I'm
you like,
be
oh,
fresh
I
out
know
the-
I'm going to get that 70%.
Right.
Oh, yeah. You go, 2 points, 5 points,
Mhm.
10 points.
I remember I missed about one. I
Oh,
was
see.
I almost flipped over the table. And everybody out there was taking the test. I'm like, you take do a recount.
Rescore, yeah.
Recount.
I was like, this is a bull.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I took it and I called my husband and I was in tears. I was like, you know, I passed the state, but I failed the national. He like, it's okay, baby. You got it. You got it. We got and look at how many damn years later. It is.
No, listen,
So-
I understand. And
Yes.
to anybody who knows the pain, you know,
Yes.
we don't have a support group at the end of the day.
Exactly. We do. We definitely.
Yeah,
Yes, we need a real estate support
We
group.
really do.
Dang.
So I know a lot of
Yes.
people who gave up, who just said forget
Yeah,
it.
they stopped.
They just test themselves like, you took on one time, you gave up.
Yep.
Wow.
I actually had a friend, me and her was doing it together, and I'm still doing it. But she gave up. She, after her third time, she was like, I'm not doing this. She was like, I ain't got the money for that. She was like, I'd rather go insurance. She passed an insurance test, so she's an insurance agent. But, was insurance broker. But yeah, so I guess, you know, insurance worked better for her.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, boo-boo, I'm about to do this
Come on
in
now.
real estate.
I came this
Yeah,
far.
I came this far. We gonna fight to the end for this.
That's good. And like, shout out to Julius Cartwright, my brother. He said to me, after I took it for the 6th time, I took the test 7 times.
Oh
bro.
man, that was enough to pay somebody more.
Man.
Back then.
No, listen.
Wow.
I'm trying
Sorry,
to-
I ain't making it no
I'm sorry.
better.
It's okay, it's okay. But he said something real. He said, a client never asks you how many times you took the test. They want to know that you passed. And after I heard that, I promise you, it was like weight was lifted off of me or whatnot.
Yep.
And I passed the next time I took it.
All they care about is if you're gonna help them buy a house or
Exactly.
sell a house. That's all they
Exactly.
care about. They do not care if you took it 20 times, 1 time, 5 times.
Exactly.
As long as you know what you're
As long
doing.
as you know what you're doing.
That's crazy. That's a great, I think that's another business lesson 101 that, you know, just keep going, because a lot of times those obstacles that came in your way of trying to pass this test and buying all the things and trying to prepare, just trusting yourself to just keep going and keep at it, especially if it's something that you're passionate about.
Oh yeah.
Because now being on the other side of it, you know, was, you know, it was worth it, you know, to a certain degree.
We're not going to talk about it today because I don't want to discourage me. But we'll talk about
I might
afterwards.
be canceling that test.
Listen, but
Listen, y'all, still keep trying.
but I can see you doing great in the field and whatnot because, like you said, you want to help people. I can see
you're
you
helping.
educating the client, and because a lot of these I know are just for commission. And whatnot,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I can
It
see you
is.
being-
It's always. I've talked to so many people, and that's all they about. They're about the money, the commission. Me, I'm like, yeah, it's coming. It's going to come. Even when I did like medical assistant, and then I even became, now I'm a caregiver for my mom. So I went and got my STNA and all that stuff again. And all them girls kept talking about in there. They was like, oh, this is about the money, honey. I ain't doing this for such and such and such. And then once we actually went to the nursing home and I just saw how they were acting, I'm like, oh no, this is why I'm only doing this for my mom. I'm not doing it for nobody else because I would not put her in the nursing home. I wouldn't put my dad in her nursing home.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that to nobody. So I was like, I'm going to learn right back as being, you know, an STNA and caregiver for her. But yeah, that's all I constantly hear. They're like, oh no, Tamika, it's all about the. No, it's not. It's not about the money. Don't tell me that. Because that's not what I'm getting into real estate for. I'm not getting into it for the money. So, you know, it's going to come. And I done seen so many people and, you know, they get into it for the money and they end up not doing it no more because that's all they want. Oh, I didn't get a big commission. Oh, forget this. I ain't trying to do this no more.
Wow.
Why did you use it in the first place?
Exactly.
No, listen. And if you're not in for the right reasons, like you said, you'll be out.
Do it.
So.
Yeah. Short term, every time.
Like I said, you're doing great at that.
Thank you.
So yes.
I appreciate it.
So listen, we also know again many hats that you wear. Author.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's talk about
Yes.
Oh my God. So that journey, absolutely. Now y'all think 5 was bad. Try 2. I used to write little books. And I don't even think I knew how to spell. But I was just writing.
Okay. All right.
I used to write little books my mom used to tell me, and I used to give them to like her and my dad to read or whatever. And then I would draw like a little cat. You know, like when we were in school, we would have like the little stick figures.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm still good.
Yeah. I was gonna say, has that really went away?
The little stick figures and the little cats with the pointy ears and
The whiskers and all
the
that.
whiskers and the dogs with the waggly
sure.
tail. Yeah. So she said I used to do that. And then, like I told y'all earlier at the beginning of the podcast, I love to write. So I did my first children's book, and it's so crazy how it happened because I was so discouraged the day that I actually wrote it, just from where I was working at the time, and it was just people that were just like really getting on my nerves. So I was just like, okay, I'm tired. Then I thought about it. I said, I was sitting in the bedroom and I just started reading, and I said, wait a minute. Now, all my life, I've had people kind of tell me, you're not going to do this. You're not going to amount to anything. You're not, you know, especially with me having my son at 19. So that was like kind of a thing where people was like, oh, your life is over. You're, you know, and I'm like, no, it's not. Just because I had a son at 19, you know, I'm still do what I do because that's me. But so I wrote this book, and I did it in 24 hours. That's the crazy thing about it.
Wow.
I did it in 24 hours. I remember telling my husband, I was like, I done wrote this book, and he was looking at me. He's like, okay. And so I put it on my website. I like put it on Facebook. I said, hey y'all, can y'all believe I wrote this book in 24 hours? And they were like, what? Huh? How you write in 24 hours? Like I've been trying to write a book for 5 years, you know. One of my friends was telling me, I was like, I don't know. I wrote it.
Wow.
It was flowing, and I wrote it, and you know, I like love this little book, and it's so cute, and it's just like big CEO, you know, dream big, and I actually named the little girl Royalty Robinson, so I named her after my maiden name. And the cool thing about it, that's when I was doing the AI pictures. So I actually created this cute little character just from AI pictures. And I was even thinking of like doing like another book on her, but then it was like the way it started, it was like she was little, and then she grown now, and she's a big CEO and everything like that. But she was discouraged because people was constantly telling her, oh, you ain't gonna amount to nothing, Royalty. You're just this little black girl that just, you know, you always dreaming and da-da-da-da. And it was just her so-called friends telling her that in school. And then once she got older, she still had people telling her that. And then finally, you know, she had like a teacher that really was working with her. And then all of a sudden she became this big CEO. So like that really sold a lot of books. So shout out to everybody that did get that and still getting it, because I look in my email and I'm like, oh, okay, somebody bought it. But then this year, well, not this year, last year, I actually wrote a 7-day devotional called Faith and Focus. So on Facebook, like if people go on my Facebook for like over a decade, I do this video. It's called Combos with God. So I used to do it in the car. I don't do it in the car no more. Sometimes I might have to sneak downstairs at work and do it. But In the car, I used to talk about, just combos that I had with God while I was driving and things like that. And a lot of people liked it. And they was like, oh my God, you should do a book and you should do this and you should do that. And I'm like, I don't have time for a book. I don't, and I'm probably one of them people, I'll do it in 5 years or something like that. But I actually started with the devotion, and then I said, I'll do 30 days. So coming soon is 30 days. 30 days, Combos of God and Mika. So, but the 7-day devotional, it was really cool because people were like, oh my God, I didn't know I needed this. You really hit some, like, girl, what was you thinking about when you wrote this? And I was just like, I'm just thinking, like, my combos with God. Like, every day was a different, for 7 days, you had a different thing that you could talk about, and there was a scripture with it and everything like that. So both books is on my website.
Come on, man.
And I'm excited. It's just life be life. And everybody like, when you gonna do another book? And I'm like, I ain't even did a podcast, and y'all cussing me out about some books. So I can only do so much at one time. But I'm very excited about that. And the children's book actually got an award. It was and I'm so sorry who gave me the award, because I feel bad, because I was supposed to get it, I think it was on Halloween or something like that, and I wasn't able to get it because I had to work late. But hopefully you'll send it to me. You did shout me out. But so I'm excited about that, because it Dream Big, Little CEO is just that really
That's
came.
dope title, by the way.
Thank you. That really came from the heart, and I was so mad that day. Like, I was in tears, literally writing this book, because it was just something that happened at work, and it was so unnecessary. It was just somebody that I was like, I wanted to throw punch, and I was like, God, okay, oops, nope. My bad. I was like, I can't wake up with violence today. But it was like so crazy how that just came to me. And then, one thing I have to say, if you're married and you have somebody that's in your corner 100%, shout out to my husband, Sean Carter.
I promise that's my next question.
Promise you, this man, this man is 100% behind me. I don't care what I tell this dude. He'd be like, sometimes he'll look at me like, girl, what? And then he is, next thing I know, it's on his page. So shout out to him. I absolutely, that's like 23 years of love. So I love that man, like, for real. So, he always, the quirky stuff I be talking about, the things I be saying, oh, I think I should try this. And he be like, well, finish this, babe, first, and then do. And I'm like, no, I want to do this. So I'm telling you, like, even if you're not married and you just have like a significant other.
I'm about to ask you about that.
Yep,
I was gonna say the importance of having a support system.
Support system.
Yeah,
yes.
Being an entrepreneur, because I think a lot of people understand
oh
the
my
importance
God,
of it.
yes. So I do have to shout out, and I know you guys are probably gonna ask me a question later, but I'm gonna shout this person out because I absolutely love her. And actually it's two people, but this person I'm gonna shout out first, and then when we'll talk later. But Nicole Khalif, that's my best friend. We have been best friends for 20-something years now.
That's a long time.
We started at Channel 19 together. That's crazy.
Oh wow.
But if it's somebody you think I'm bad, like not bad like that, but I'm saying a serial entrepreneur, I have to say this woman is fire. From her, she does her own little podcast herself. She, has been, gosh, she's done clothes. She's an author. Now she got a lot of books out, but she's an author too. And I just love her because no matter what, I can go to her and she can come to me, and we ride or die. So like, the thing is, when you are in an entrepreneur spirit and you got that, I'm doing this, you got to have a support system, because if you don't, you are going to feel alone. And it's a lot of people I do talk to that they're like, I just don't feel like nobody cares. It's all about me. It's like, I have to do this, but nobody else really wants me to do it. They're always talking me out of stuff. And if you ain't got that support system, seriously, it's so hard.
Yeah.
It really is. And I just, I have to like truly shout her out, because I've been on the phone with her where I've cried. I've been on the phone where I've been happy. She's the first person besides my husband that would know something, that I'm doing, because I don't tell everybody, because, I ain't gonna lie, half of y'all be trying to steal stuff. So you gotta be careful. Right. So you gotta be careful, because I had a whole incident with the convos with God where this girl did conversations with God. It was a big mess. It was a big mess. And people was all on my Facebook like, that's Tamika's thing. Why are you doing? So you just have to be careful. Like when you bring your stuff out, you don't let everybody know until it come out. And then they like, oh, she was working on that. Okay. But yeah, you gotta have a huge support system, because if you don't, it's gonna be hard. It really is, because you're gonna always feel alone.
That's like I'll ask you, what are some lessons that you learned on your journey that you're like, never again, and you kind of
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Are there any lessons that that in your journey that you encountered, you're like, I learned it, I ain't never gonna learn it again?
The big one was just what I said, sharing stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta really be careful with ideas and things, especially if it's not somebody that's in it with you. If it's like just a random regular smuggler person, no, you don't tell everybody your business.
Sure.
I've always learned, and this is probably something that I learned growing up, it's always best to be silent until it's time to pop off. So when it's time to pop off, then all of a sudden people are like, oh, dang, so that's why she been quiet, and that's why she been, she ain't posting like she used to. And I admit, I used to be a Facebook junkie. I would post every single day. You just knew everything. Yeah, guess what? I got this new product out. I got this, I got that, But now it's kind of like, you'll see me. I'll be on there. I'll post on my stories, but I do not hardly post on my, unless it's something huge. Like, I think the last thing I posted was about me being on here. So a lot of people, they're like, a lot of people are like, hold up, wait a minute, what's Tamika doing? She kind of quiet. Unless they go on my stories, then they might see, what I'm doing. But yeah, that's a huge lesson I never, ever in life want to learn again. Because like I said, it was this whole big thing about my combos with God, and people knew I had been doing it over a decade, and it was like, they thought it was my book. They was like, girl, you done wrote that book finally. And I'm like, what book is you talking about? And then they sent it to me. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, I'm ready to fight him, girl. I'm like, come on, because I'm like,
not fighter.
I'm like, you knew like what I was doing. So it was kind of like, girl, bye. So yeah, you have to really be careful who you talk to about your, your visions and what you planning.
And that's a great lesson. Like, remember that, y'all. And get some NDAs while you at it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's
Definitely.
lesson for
That's
sure.
a huge, yeah. Probably another lesson that I would say is just be careful who you invest in. As far as mentors, as far as people that swear they go get you to that next level and they really be on some BS, or as I put in my emoji, the bull and the poop. So, but yeah, you have to really be careful, because it like B said earlier, it's always people that's out here about money. They're not trying to help you. So I think just figuring out who really is about 100% in back of you and like, hey, I got your back, versus somebody that's sitting there like, oh, pay me $1,000 and I'm gonna tell you how to do this, and this, and then you pay them and then you don't learn nothing. So you really have to be careful who these so-called mentors that y'all always see on the internet and social media, and the ones that you see that's driving all these BMWs and cars and all that.
Influencers.
Right, the influencers and the ones that's telling you, oh, you can be like me if you just give me this amount of money and all that. No.
I remember after COVID when it was like influencer
Everywhere.
I brought this course. I'm like, oh, this course about to change my life. 7 pages.
Yep. Buying the courses.
I spent $100 on the 7-page course. And I promise you, I said never again.
Yep.
Jesus going to tap me on my shoulder like, that's a course right there for you, brother.
Yep. Huge lesson.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people, and I admit I'm guilty of it. I've bought courses thinking, oh God, you done put this in my head. I'm looking like, the hell is that here?
And then it'd be so you already know. I'm like, I already know this.
Right.
It's like, what did you teach me?
Yeah,
This was something I could have did myself and built a course.
Yeah, it'd be my own table, but I'm flipping tables over. I'm like, man, you gotta be kidding.
Right. So yeah, that's a huge lesson, everybody. Just watch who you're always on social media watching, because if they're not legit, and you never know really until, of course you hear people say it. They be like, oh no, don't follow that person, don't do this, don't do that. And I didn't even seen entrepreneur beefs, which is crazy to me how people that supposedly got all this money, you on the social media beefing with another person that supposedly got money.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I love it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, damn.
I ain't gonna lie, it's one that's going on right now, and I'm just sitting there, and I be on there, and I'm like, wow, this man is mad.
Yeah.
I'm like, you mad, huh? He's
we don't say it though.
Right. He mad at his
Well, y'all gonna tell me
ex.
after.
He mad at the world. He mad at everybody, and I'm like, but you got all this money.
Yeah, it'd be wild.
But you on the internet, okay?
Yeah.
He didn't even make little cartoons about it. I'm like, Jesus.
Oh,
So it's deep.
Yeah,
It's deep.
it goes wild. It's wild for
Mhm.
sure. All right, so I want to, before we, wind everything down, I gotta know, because I've seen your snippet on Instagram of your podcast clip. Now I know you said you've been diddling and dabbling in it, so how did that come to be? Where we at with it?
Wow.
What's going on?
So I will admit some of the clips have been Sora, which look like me. I mean, it technically is me, but my real clips are on YouTube, and also my actual visuals and things like that. But I've been doing this since November, probably. Yeah, during COVID.
Come on, man.
Yeah, it was during COVID. And it was after Thanksgiving, and I had been really working on it. I was like, I really want to do this podcast, because I had like a lot of friends, entrepreneurs, awesome people, but never got recognized for nothing. And it hurt my heart, because I'm like, I would see awards shows and things like that, and all the same people was getting, nominated and winning and things like that. But then you got people that's actually doing the same thing and never got no shine, never.
That's literally what birthed this whole podcast. Literally. I was like, it can't be the same 4 people.
Right.
It's gotta be somebody else.
Right.
And
Like, was it the same 4 people? There's always. And I think what really got me was a good friend of mine, and her name is Shar. She does bling. She does bling cases, phone cases. Been getting bling phone cases from her. Actually, she was my first phone case that I ever got from her was for my business. So this girl has worked with B. Simone. She has done and just don't get the shine that she deserves. And that was one of the reasons, me talking to her, and I said, you know what? I need to do this podcast. And then I started talking to other people, and they were like, yeah, I do this, and then nobody, even care. And then I said, no, let me do it. So I initially started season 1, and I was just basically doing me. I was talking about me, but I was also talking about other people. Season 2, it started off with my good friend Dave Tolliver, Men at Large. That was he's like my first guest. And, we were just talking about Cleveland and just because, I feel like people always feel like Cleveland sucks, which it doesn't.
It is not.
It's just, you really gotta learn Cleveland.
That's right.
You only see what like probably is on TV, like 48 Hours or, you know, but it's so much like even with you guys and the podcast you're doing, I think that's huge, you know.
Thank you.
You know, I just feel like everything that's going on in Cleveland, people don't know about it. So I was like, let me do this. So then I said, let me name it A Gal from Cleveland, because I always use the tag A Gal from Cleveland on my page, like my pages and stuff like that. So I said, let me just start this podcast. So I did season 1, and I was kind of discouraged not because it wasn't doing well, it was just I was busy. And I'm like, I can't sit up here and keep doing this. I can't sit up here, you know, and I would like be ready to do it, and then I'm like, I don't want to do it because I'm tired. But then season 2, like, was like Dave, and then I talked about my trip to London and Paris with my daughter, and then, you know, I just started getting back into it. But then, like you said, just to dabble, and people have been like, wait a minute, girl, what's up? What's up? Because you had started season 2. We didn't listen to season 1 on YouTube. What's up? What?
Yeah.
And I'm like, just let me graduate. I'm like, I promise you. And I've done so many episodes, and it's crazy, and I have not posted them
Come
yet.
on now.
And I said, Tamika, and this is spring break for me because I go to Cleveland State. So I'm like, you know what? You gonna sit your butt down.
Come on now.
And you gonna get these episodes on YouTube.
That's right. That's
And you gonna quit playing because it's a demand. And then I also have a lot of friends that are ready to like finally come on there, and I'm like, okay, we gonna do this. Y'all gonna get recognized
Come
for
on
the
now.
things that y'all doing in Cleveland. So, you know, we're gonna have some really good people that's about to come on, and you know, one day I'll get a podcast set up like you guys.
No,
but
man.
I'm literally like using my phone, and I'm using my computer. But a lot of people are just they're excited about it, because one of my friends, he was like, I did not realize you was that quirky and you was that funny. And I'm like, because I'm being myself. I think that's what, you know, people don't expect it. They're like, oh my God. They like, Tamika really like that? Because I mean, you know, it's not that I'm fake or funny or anything like that. It's just I can be really authentic
Come on
there
now.
and don't have to worry about nobody like, oh my God.
Ain't no code switching.
Right.
Right,
It's me.
that's right.
It's
There we
all
go.
me. And then whenever I have people on there, it's them. And we go chop it up, and we go talk, and we go have fun, and we ain't go sugarcoat nothing.
Come
Because
on
I'm
now.
telling you, Dave's episode was crazy. It was like my husband even got on there. I was like, oh my God, I done got both of these goofballs on here. But it was like raw and authentic. And he, you know, he told about the music business. And, you know, he's been around for years. Like, we grew up together. So the thing is, just from seeing him as a big old head teenager to now just, you know, huge singer and just really like respected in the music business, it's kind of cool to see that. So it's like, I think people don't understand that we have so much talent here. We have so many people that like, you know, music, business. It's not just the same four people that we always look and be like, oh God, this person getting another damn award.
Man, listen. You episode 312, Tamika. And Michelle, she's not here, but I think we booked all the way to June now. And if I let it keep going, we probably do to December.
For sure.
Yeah.
It don't stop.
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
And that just go to show that it's a lot of phenomenal people doing
It
phenomenal things.
is. It really is. And I hate that we don't have, you know, people that want to get together and do things anymore. It's like it's always a me mentality. And that's what I kind of hate about Cleveland sometimes, because I'll be like, oh my God. Because I'm not like that. I love to collab with everybody. Like, I'll be like, what we doing? Let's do a video. Okay, you want to do this? You want me to promote something for you? Of course I'll do it, you know. But it's like, I don't know, maybe COVID, and all of a sudden people just kind of, it's like, ugh, I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to work with you. You know, it's about me. So,
which is a great segue to our still questions.
Yeah, it is.
And one of the questions we ask everybody is, how do you feel like we change the stigma of Cleveland not being collaborative place? And like you kind of just explained, but how do you feel like we can help that on a wider scale?
I definitely feel like people just need to open up and just stop being so closed-minded.
Come on now.
Yes, it's just, I feel here we got, like I just said, we have so much talent, and it's just like, give somebody a chance. It's not always about the same people, because it's other people future, like our future is growing, and these kids, some of these kids is phenomenal, and I'm sitting there like, even the ones I work with, I'm like, wow, you making me think. You know, like I might have not thought about that, but you know, you thinking outside the box here, and I just feel like that, you know, more people need to get together and be like, hey, I want to mentor you. I want to like take you under my wing. And I think just me knowing different people, even like in the film business and things like that. So like last year I did like an assistant director for a friend of mine. He came out with a superhero movie, which was really cool. It's on YouTube. And just working with him, and then like, you know, just working with other people throughout the years in the film industry and TV and music and stuff like that. It's just, you can tell who's really real and would be like, hey, I want to like work with you and really get you to that next level. And then the ones that's just be on some bull. So I just feel like it's so many people that are like hungry, and they're like, I don't know where to go because I'm afraid to talk to you. You might be like, I don't want to work with you now. I'm afraid to talk to you because you might say the same thing. So I'm just out here all on, you know, my little lonesome. Where is other people that's like, yo, come on, come here. Come here.
Come here.
Come here.
Come here.
We're about to do this together.
That's
you
right.
know, and that's what I feel like more people, especially y'all, I love this whole podcast. I'm like, I was so excited. I was just like, my husband, I told him, I said, I'm gonna be on this podcast. I want you to go in. But I just love the fact you guys bring people on, and that's my goal too, just to bring people that need to be seen, not the same people that every time I look around, I'm on LinkedIn, I see, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Or not the same, like going to the Cavs game and the same people getting honored or things like that. You know, it's like we have so many people, young and old. It's not just the youngest, the old people too. I'm old. I don't care. I'll say it. I'll be 49 in April. So like, you know, I'll say it. But I mean, it's so much talent, and it's so many people that's grinding and doing their thing here, and I just feel like we can collab and we can all get that same bread. You know, it's not a thing about, I don't want to work with you because I'm making money. I don't want you to make money. No, I want everybody to make money.
That's right.
That's all. Let's do it together. Why you go, you know, be that person that somebody try to come up to you and you just like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk to you. I don't, you know, or you real nasty about it. Because I know for a fact, working in TV, it was some nasty ones, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Wow, you know, you are looked as somebody that's really up there, and you just real nasty towards people, but it's cool. You know, God is good.
God is good.
Because God uplifts everyone.
That's right.
And, you know, like I always say, through Christ, all things strengthen me.
Come on, man.
Right.
Come on now.
Let's do it.
Pastor Tamika. I see that
Right, and I get an amen.
Come on now. Come on now.
Yeah, that little preacher coming.
Which is segue to the next question to you. When it comes to collaborations, who can you hope to see you collaborate with in the future? What entity, what corporation, what person?
You know, one person I absolutely love. I have not collaborated with him, but he is my favorite mentor of all time, and he knows it too because we just recently saw each other last year. I was at the Cold M Magazine Man of the Year Awards.
Oh, Cold M.
I was a mover and shaker in November. Hello. Shout out to Brad and Bilal. It's George Frazier. I don't know.
Come on now.
Okay,
yeah,
yes.
come on now.
I absolutely love George Frazier.
Wow.
That man has so many wise words, and he actually came and spoke to, because I work for Equitable Advisors, and he came and spoke to all the Black advisors and staff.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. Because I had seen him years ago at my aunt's. She had an Entrepreneur of the Year awards, and he was the guest speaker. And I was in tears when I met him. And it was so funny because he actually remembered that. He was like, I remember you, and I remember Audrey Drudd. And I'm like, it was like a rock star to me. It was like, oh my God. You know, I was being groupie. But he was very sweet, like when we were at the Code M, and he remembered like coming to speak to us and everything. I told him, I said, oh my God. Wow. They would love to have you back. And he was like, oh, for sure. He was like, yeah, just, you know, because we had just moved from downtown to Independence. And I was like, yeah, our EVP, because she's Black and her name is Brandy Mickens. And she was like, we got to get him in the Independence office. And I was telling him, I was like, Dr. George, is it possible you can come and, you know, talk to us again? Which, I mean, he gave so many nuggets. And it was one that was really funny to me, and it was like we were sitting there because I'm like, we are on a business call on a Zoom, and this man is like, you know, you were the sperm that was able to swim past, and I was like, oh my God, did you just say that? Like, you were the sperm that actually got through it.
That's real though.
Yeah. And I said, wow, yeah, because I was like, damn, that's deep, you know, because I would have thought of it, but not thought of it the way he did. But definitely love, like, to collab with him on anything, you know. Another one, honestly, breadwinners.
Okay.
I love breadwinners.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Gordon. You're welcome. Okay.
All right.
Breadwinners, you know, Jason Lockett is cool. I absolutely like him.
Oh, shout out to Jason, man.
Yes, Jason is awesome.
That's the best homie right there.
It's so many, honestly.
Yeah.
It's so many, but like just seeing so many different things in Cleveland happening. Who else? Like female wise, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm gonna be honest, Yan, you already know I done DM'd you, girl. So me and you, we still gotta do our little thing. But I really love her. She is, yeah, she has done her little thing with the outfits and doing her entrepreneur stuff herself. Definitely. That's huge. So it's like so many female, and like I said, it's Women's History Month. I'm gonna shout out all women. Nothing against the guys. I'm gonna shout the guys out too. But the women, you know, like it's so many that's doing their thing in Cleveland. So you know, it's a lot. I was thinking about that too. I'm like, God, who do I want to collaborate? I want to collaborate with a lot of people, and y'all know that because I've told y'all. So
that's what's up. That's what's up. Love it, love it. Well, yeah, and you know what's ironic? So shout out to Jan. She actually will be my next guest episode tomorrow. So it drops tomorrow, so make sure y'all check out that episode. I figured I might as well plug it in since y'all mentioned the name.
Come on now, go ahead.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Girl. Yeah, wonderful girl, wonderful spirit. Just had her book signing not too long ago. I was able to show up for that too. So again, shout out to Jan and everything that she's doing. So listen, we have learned so much about you though and your incredible journey throughout this night. Again, been able to bless us, bless others that are watching. So when it comes to legacy, we know that legacy will be great for you. And when we boil it down to, it's a two-part question. When it comes to legacy, what would you like the legacy to be for you individual? And what would you like for it to be under everything entrepreneur for you?
Wow. So individually, I want people to be like, that was my girl that no matter what, she was there for everybody. She was going to make sure that everybody shined. She made sure that, you know, no matter what, she showed up. Because there's people that, another collaborative thing, you know, they always want you to show up for them, but they don't show up for you. So one thing about me, I'm going to show up if it's worth showing up for. But if it's somebody that I know for a fact, you ain't showed up for me, no offense, but I'm
Take
not.
Rocks.
Right. But I'm not gonna be fake and phony, and that's one thing everybody know about me. I'm not a fake and phony person. I'm not gonna like sit up here and be like, yes, girl, you know, when I know you full of shit. So the thing is, I gotta ride or die for like anybody that's back and forth. We go, you know, we go be rough riders like DMX, rest in peace. Yeah. But that's what I want as far as my legacy individually. I want them to know I was definitely God-fearing. Everybody know that. I love God. I'm going to talk about combos with God. I'm going to talk about even when God makes me mad. I'm going to talk about it. But they do know that you going to see something in my post about God somewhere.
That's good.
Now, the part 2, one of my friends coined me the motivating mompreneur, which is so crazy to me.
There we go.
Because I'm like, am I really the motivated mompreneur? Because some days I just don't feel motivated. I really don't. But yeah, she told me, she said, girl, you are a mompreneur. You ain't an entrepreneur. You're a mompreneur. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Yes, I am a mom and I'm an entrepreneur, so I get that. But she also told me, she was like, no matter what, I'm always encouraging. I could be having my worst day, but you wouldn't know that because I'm going to be encouraging you. And even, you know, just recently, a friend of mine, you know, she was going through something. And I was like, nah, I don't care. I'm going to be there for you 100%. So, you know, one of my close friends, shout out to April Wantonen. We work together, and that's my bestie, my other bestie, work bestie, and then I actually have 3 besties. Yari Core, she wanted to taught me Spanish, but these women that I'm naming and everything like that, they already know like whatever, I'ma always be there for them, and they always been there for me. And these are not just like quick little relationships. These are been women that I've been friends with for years. And I love the motivating mompreneur because it's like I try to motivate everybody. It's not just women. I love to call my friends boss babes because I'm like, hey, boss babe. Even on my LinkedIn, I always say, hey, boss babes and business bros, you know, because I want people to know that I'm going to motivate you no matter what, 100%. So, and I do get it back. I do love that. Thank you, Jesus. Because there's some people that just be like, girl, do you ever stop as far as, because I mean, you won't know my worst day. You won't. You would never know my worst day unless I get on camera and start crying and be, I hate the world. You're never going to know. Right. I would smile in your face and you would be like, you wouldn't even know my dog might have died or something. You know, you wouldn't know that because I'm sitting up here trying to motivate you and encourage you and make sure that you go into that next level. So, you know, I just love just shouting out. And these are all entrepreneurs. So that's why I love shouting out all my closest friends, my friends, you know, that are not my closest friend, but they still my friends, you know, because I feel like we don't get that love. So it's, you know, if you got a platform, and that's why I said my friend Nicole, she does her, it's called the Side Eye Society.
Side Eye Society, I like that. Shout out to Nicole.
Nice.
And she, it's, that podcast is so funny. But it's like literally, you know, because she's all about gossip and stuff like that, which I love. That was our thing at 19. We were, I guess we were considered the gossip channel before they got all, you know, 19 now. But back then we were considered the gossip channel. Sorry about that, because they would just say we talked about all things gossip. We were not real newsworthy and stuff like that, which wasn't true. But, you know, we did have some characters that was on.
She had a Tasha K day.
Yeah, we kind of had we had Tasha K. We had, what was the other one that was out? It was another one that was out like a long time ago. She used to try to expose everybody.
Oh, yeah, Wendy Williams.
Wendy, but it was another one after her. She had a website.
Oh, okay.
I think it was like the Planchet Report or something like
Well, I
that.
ain't here.
Well, my-
Oh boy.
Yeah, she used to, like, you would go on her website, and I mean, it was always blind items. It was never like who, but you could kind of guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it could be about Chris Brown, Rihanna, it could be, you know, whoever, but she would never say. But yeah, we were considered the gossip channel. Now, I mean, I watch them. You know, shout out to 19. I love y'all. Y'all still my peoples. Now y'all, you know, y'all do y'all thing there. But yeah, I do love the motivating mompreneur because, and I feel that would be like the perfect legacy for me. It's like Tamika was motivating and she was that grinding, work hard mompreneur that did her thing and made sure y'all did y'all's thing too. So.
Okay. Awesome. Well, there we go. I think that is great. That is definitely a good legacy to have.
Yep.
Listen, so I mean, we have had so much fun with you. This has been
It's
such an
been so
enjoyable
fun.
time. We've got to learn so much about you,
Yes.
so much about your journey and what's yet to come.
Yeah.
So when it comes to someone that's watching, someone listening, so Tamika, what would you like for 3 takeaways to be tonight for them to
Ooh.
gather from tonight?
Come on now. You've been in those gyms all night.
Lighten that thing up.
Definitely, like I said, take that seat. Take that seat. I don't care what nobody say.
There we go.
Nobody can tell you can't sit at the table because you can.
That's
If not,
right.
flip it over.
And flip it over, right? And flip it over.
That's right.
Make your own table.
Like your own
There
table.
you
You know. Another thing, just get out your own head. Like I said, please get out your own
That's a
head.
good one.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's so many of us that talk ourselves out of things and it's crazy. Like, even to this day, I still be like, okay, Tamika, you can do this. And then I'm like, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I can do this.
That's
Stop,
right.
stop doing that
That's
to yourself.
right.
And then just, you know, honestly, be kind. That's a huge one for me. Be kind. Just stop being so shitty. Because
I like that.
There you go.
Put it on a t-shirt.
That's right.
stop being like that. Because I just feel like, you know, why? What's the reason? I'm like Cardi B on that. What is the reason
That's
for you to be like that? Like, if you woke up and had a bad day, I'm so sorry. Talk to God. Say, you know what, God? Like, let's flip this. Let me get back to, you know, having a good day. It's been days where people, you know, they wake up and you can just tell, and you're just like, ew, why you acting like that? You know, or you just don't speak to people.
Yeah.
See, I'm the type of person, I might not know you. I'll walk past you. I'm like, hi, good morning, you know, good afternoon, how are you? You know, I talk to the Amazon people, the FedEx people. I talk to the janitor. I talk to everybody. They know me. They be like, girl, hey, Tamika, good morning. You know, that's how I am. I've never had nobody say, oh, no, Tamika ain't spoke to me. What you talking about? It's always been oh, she's so sweet. She's so pleasant, you know. Because why? What's the reason to be like that on a daily basis? That's not how I want to live my life. I want to be happy.
Nothing wrong with that.
Right. So that's another thing. Just be kind. Just be kind and respectful. And, you know, you don't know where God can take you. Because I never knew so many people actually looked at my journey. And some people send me messages. And I'm like, I'm just little regular smuggler Tamika. They like, no, you're not. You're doing that combos with God help me. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know that. You know, I'm just speaking from the heart. I didn't expect that video to help you or, you know. So I just feel like just be kind and respectful and just listen to people and not always try to like take over conversations all the time. Just listen because you never know what people... They give you gems where you trying to give them a gem. They'll give you one. You're like, oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's real.
Oh,
Just
for
being
sure.
silent and listening, that helps too. So those are my 3 takeaways.
Great takeaways.
Thank you.
So part 2, we have to pull up on me and Sniper. We're gonna come up on a girl from
right.
Cleveland.
Yes, I love it. I
Yep.
love it. Yes, we
I'll
are
bring a
gonna
buzzer.
let that.
That's, oh yeah.
Yes,
his
please
favorite
bring that.
toy.
I absolutely love this. I love it.
And I'll just bring me.
So most part question the whole interview: where people learn more about you? Where can they follow you? Where
Oh
can they
my
get your
God.
book and all that good stuff?
Yes, so I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I got a lot. Now my personal page is at Tamika Shanae on Instagram, but I do have Tamika Shanae Realty. I do have combos with God and Mika. I do have my AI twin. Shout out to T Shanae. So she got her own page. I think me and her be neck and neck because people be looking at her page and people. One of my friends actually thought I had a twin, so he was like, "All these years I know you, I didn't know you had a twin." I said, "Baby, that's my AI twin." He was like, "I swear to God, that look like you, like a twin." I said, "No, that's my AI twin." But but she promotes my business, so you know that's what she does. And on Facebook, Tamika Shanae Robinson Carter. Because you know I got to represent the hubby on that last name. So and plus it's too many Tamika Robinsons and I don't like that. So I'm like, nah, I gotta be unique. So Tamika Shanae Robinson Carter on Facebook, and then just Tamika Shanae everywhere else. Like I think X, YouTube. So that's where my podcast is on. So like, just go on YouTube. I got /Tamika Shanae, and you'll see it. You see my cute little face, and you'll see like a gal from Cleveland with the little, microphone in the back, and you'll hear me talking crazy, and y'all be like, "Oh my God, we had her on this show. She was so different."
And by the way, as y'all watching YouTube videos, right there in the show notes, so ain't no excuse why you're not tuning in, you're not subscribed, you ain't got the book, you ain't following what you're doing.
And the books is actually on my Stand store and my website, TamikaShanae.com. And then if you are looking for AI services, like seriously, go to consultingmindsystems.com and like book an appointment with me, and I will hook you up with some, AI people, because y'all need them, because I know y'all do. I know y'all suffering. I know y'all are. I get too many of y'all talking about, I don't got a life. No, you don't, but you get into the AI, and trust me, they'll change you.
Come on now.
All right.
Get what's got that, y'all. Madam, we appreciate you coming on. It's been an awesome interview. We appreciate you coming through.
Yes.
Episode 312, y'all.
Wow.
Moving.
I keep telling us like we're gonna be doing this till we in rocket chairs, and I got my little brother. I'm startling myself. But no, we thank y'all, and we will see y'all next week, y'all. Peace.